Did you know that there are 3 tiny little words that are literally destroying relationships every single day? And I can tell you right now, these are words that we use quite frequently in normal conversations. So why then do they have so much power that they can make our marriages end in divorce or make everything fall apart? Well, in this video, I'm going to reveal to you what those 3 words are and why they can be toxic and how to make sure that you are aware of what it is that you're speaking on a daily basis so that you can have a lasting and fulfilling relationship. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee Slansky. I'm a professional dating and relationship coach, and I help women from around the world find the love they desire and deserve. Okay, I'm super excited to do this video because I really want to talk about the power of just these 3 words. Now, these 3 words are probably something that you will be fully aware of just how much you speak them every day without realizing it. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to start living consciously in your relationships so that you can be accountable for what needs to happen in order to be able to make it amazing. So let's jump into those words right now. The first one is always. Now, always can be a positive word. I will always love you. I will always care for you. However, it can also be a really negative word. You always do this. You always make me feel this way. You always say you're going to do blah, 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 and then you never do. Always is basically taking everything that somebody has done, usually basing it off one event actually, and then saying that they do it every single time. It's like encapsulating who they are and everything that they do and basing it off this one event and then saying, well, that's how it always is. And what it does is it makes that person feel incredibly inadequate within that relationship and within themselves. If you're saying to your spouse, you always make me feel this way, you are literally saying that every single time that they affect your feelings, it is always in a negative way. Because let's be honest, when we say these sort of phrases, I'm talking about saying it in a height of emotion or reacting to a situation or having it said in a really toxic way. Now that person then starts to think, well, if I always do this or if I always make you feel this way, then A, you haven't seen anything else that I've done. B, you don't acknowledge all the good stuff that you have felt with me. And C, maybe you're not the right person for me, or maybe I'm not the right person for you. So what I suggest in this context, instead of using the word always and labeling it as every single time, this is how I feel and this is how you do, say, did you realize that when you did this, this is how I felt? Or when you don't do this, this is how it makes me feel. Take it more into a period, a time, or a circumstance rather than just a blanket statement for every single event in your relationship. The second word that we need to talk about is never. Never, when it's used in the wrong way, can really be toxic. A positive way that we could use never is, I never want to be able to go to an adventure without you, or I never want to stop loving you. Obviously that's really romantic, but most of the time we use it in a negative way. We say, you never do those things that I want you to do, or you never really listen to me, or you never want to understand my perspective. Again, we are basically taking that one word and labeling the whole relationship and the whole person as a disaster or unfulfilling or as something that's not giving you what it is that you truly desire, what the relationship needs. And that can be really toxic because what we're doing is we're disregarding the things that they actually do and instead just focusing on the things that they aren't do by saying that they never do it. So once again, when it comes to this word, if you find yourself speaking it, try to remove the word and again, put it just into context of what's happening in that moment. For example, if you find that they never listen to you, what you can do instead is say, I really appreciate it when you take the time to listen to me. You've completely flipped the statement then. Instead of condemning, because that's what the word never does when used in that context, it condemns. Instead of condemning, we are then affirming what we do like and what they do right. I appreciate it when you sit down and you actually listen to me, or thank you for listening to me this time. You know, we've got to start feeding what we want to grow instead of just condemning people and their actions when they don't do things right all the time. And lastly, the word that is killing relationships is the word fine. How are you today? I'm fine. Are you okay? Is there something wrong? Fine, just do it. Right? I mean, I think us ladies are the queens for using the word fine. Clearly, when we say that we're fine or fine, go and do that, it is so not fine. Man, if you're watching this video, when she says fine, it's not fine. And what fine does is it shuts off that person. It denies what you truly want to say and feel, because you're just saying fine and you're not expressing or explaining those feelings because clearly you're not fine. And it shuts the other person off. It even makes them believe, oh, she is fine, which sometimes guys think you really are fine when you're not. And it misleads him for where you're at. And then he gets in trouble for not knowing how you felt, even though you weren't actually expressing how you felt because you just said you're fine. Or it makes him not even want to know how you are, because clearly you aren't wanting to communicate properly in a mature way. Saying you're fine when you're not is immature. It is a block in communication. It is a block to the person that you love, and it isn't resolving anything. So what you need to do in this instance is you need to say, actually, I'm not okay. I'm not fine, or no, I don't appreciate if you do that, or no, I'm not happy with that. That helps set a boundary, and boundaries are healthy in relationship. It also opens up communication. Now, because men and women communicate differently, what I suggest is explain why you're feeling like crap, or explain why you don't like certain things instead of just using the word fine, or instead of just expressing through anger or sadness, okay? Let's remove the guessing game and the blocks of communication in relationships by removing the word fine. Alright girls and guys, I hope that this video has helped you, and let me know if it has by dropping a thanks Renee down below. And honestly, I think you'll now be really aware just how often you say those 3 words in your relationship. So, if this video has blessed you, then hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up. Share it with someone who maybe needs to watch it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.